For example, you gave the example a second ago, right?
Yeah. Of your brother.
My brother is a bum because he stays at home. But if we flip the roles and we said that you were staying at home,
I'm a good girl at home.
But that could
I'm like
still
a
be
good
a
girl.
you would actually gain value by being at home, and you would be looked at as a higher help. People
But
might
then, like,
actually
I
like
would
you
feel like a
better.
loser because I'm not like
doing anything.
spreading my wings and like getting out there in the
Stop.
world.
How you feel and what's real are two different things. You might feel like a loser, but from a male perspective, when we look at a girl and we see that she's at home with her family, etc., we will look at that woman with higher regard than a woman that's in the workforce. So if we flip the roles of you and your brother, you would instantly gain more value and he would gain more value, but it's because we're not held to the same standard. So I think men are just held to a higher standard when it comes to performance. And then
I feel like that's an interesting perspective because there are some people who.
Thank you. One other thing. There was one other thing I was gonna say as well, as far as shit, I lost my train of thought. Go ahead. You were gonna say?
I was gonna say I feel like part of that is a perspective because I've definitely come from a upper socioeconomic family, and both female and male friends of mine have stayed at home, and it's not like, oh, you're a loser, you're staying at home. It's like, yeah, well, you better be fucking working your ass off and saving money and living at home and doing your duty as a son or daughter living at home so that you can save money and get your bag, invest, like buy property. So like I think part of it is a perspective.
We're talking about somebody that's not doing shit at all, like at home not doing shit.
I mean, she didn't say he wasn't doing shit.
I'm not saying that either. Yeah, I'm not saying
like
that.
He wasn't not doing shit. She didn't say anything. She just said he was staying at home.
He's just still at home.
Yeah.
And I would I want more for him. That's all.
Yeah, I was like, that's fair.
But that's
I think
because,
that's a social thing.
Hold on. But that's because there is a double standard that we need to speak about. Like, men are expected to perform. Women, if they perform, is great, but no one's expecting you to perform. If you're pretty enough, a lot of the times you don't have to perform anything. So, and the other thing I was going to say was, too, this might be a little bit more of a controversial take, but I've always said this. I don't think women really mature until they start buying their own drinks at the bar. And the reason why I say that, and I'll tell you why, where that quote comes from. That I say that quote because when a woman understands that her sexual market value has now diminished and she's not able to have the same gravitas towards men and demand certain resources and treatment and expectations, well, now she's like everyone else. She's got to work for her own drinks. She's got to actually have some charm. She's got to have some pizzazz. She's got to take care of herself. She's got to bring more to the table than just her beauty. So what I've noticed, and the most rational women that I've found, it's one of two things. It's either A, they come from a strong household where the father taught them, or a strong brother, where they taught them how the world really works, or B, an older woman that's been on the dating marketplace for a bit, lost her lust a bit, and now she's paying for her own drinks, and she woke up and realized, holy shit, my money, my income, my status doesn't matter to men. Because it doesn't matter, and she's paying for her own drinks. Like, that's when I've seen women actually mature and understand what men want. When a girl's hot and pretty, etc., she doesn't have to give a fuck what men want, because the men want her. If you're in a position where everyone wants you, and you don't have to try, why would you be incentivized to care what they want in return? Think about that.
I think that still ends up happening when you get older. Is like there are still women who don't care what men want.
Of course, there's some.
That's the trend that's happening. Is like women are like, okay, you know what? I still don't need a man. Like,
yeah, but here's the thing. Like, that lasts for so long until they realize, damn, this sucks being with my cats alone at 35 years old. Let me kind of figure out what men want, and then they fucking wake up and realize, holy shit, they don't care about my career. They don't care about my education. They don't care about any of this stuff. Honest, and then they wake up.
They're coping though. Cause to be real with you, at that point, they're like, you know what? I'm gonna be independent still and not have a man. But like you said earlier, time passes. Like, wait, hold on. What I have to show for it?
They're the culprit. They acquiesce.
I don't think everyone needs to be in a relationship though.
No,
like,
I agree with you.
Totally don't think from both genders that everyone should be or like needs to be in a relationship.
I disagree. I think women need to be in a relationship, and I'll tell you why.
Just with the right.
Because you guys, right?
That's a good comment.
I think women need to be in relationships because women need leadership. What I've realized is a chick that's, without instruction, she's headed for destruction. Women are not good at leading anything.
I make impulsive decisions.
You guys are like, and I don't mean this to be an asshole or whatever, but if we're gonna look at things very objectively, women are inept at most things. They're just not as good as men. They're not as good decision makers. They're not as strong. They're not as well versed in certain things. Of course, there's some girls that are, but that's a minority. If we take a majority of men and a majority of women, a majority of men are superior to a majority of women. That's just what it is in a multitude of different things. So I think women need that male authority in their life, and they need that leadership. If it doesn't come from their brother or their father, it needs to come from their man. But they need that male authority.
And you described it, even you said you come from an upper middle class place in Colorado. Who's the one instilling that idea in the home that you need to go and save money, stay here, get your bag up before you move out?
I mean, it's both my parents. Like, I grew up with doctors. Like, they're very indifferent parents. I didn't get advice. I just got, like, this is, like, what we do.
But do you think your mother would have that mentality without your father?
100%.
How would she get that mentality if she was single?
Some
She
women are
had
just built
that.
that way.
Yeah, I was like, she had that. She grew up in a military family.
Okay, so she came from a masculine
Yeah.
background. The military is a masculine place.
Yeah.
That is,
Wait,
that
what
is
does your
just-
mom do
Male
versus what does your dad
influence.
do? Who's the breadwinner?
My mom was an emergency room surgeon, and my dad is a child and adolescent psychiatrist.
So who's the breadwinner?
Your mom.
My mom was. She's retired now, and my dad has a private practice, so he still makes good money.
Oh. So her mom was
It's really
making that
equal.
whole.
They just make a shit ton, but it's equal for the most part.
Wait, I don't get it. If you have rich parents, why are you on OnlyFans?
Because I don't take them in anything. And it's not really like at that time I was like pursuing being an entrepreneur and being a personal trainer, and I really enjoyed that. So
You gave
I
up
was
quick.
also doing, I still got my degree and as a CPT and all that stuff, but I didn't enjoy training people. So I enjoyed like training myself and like bodybuilding. I was an athlete and all that stuff. So I just followed a passion and it didn't work out. So I said no to a business decision that wasn't
Well,
smart.
you still are training people. You're training their forearms.
Different type of training. Yeah.
In
But I
the-
don't get it. I heard earlier, before I was in the band room, you said that you have a job that makes more than your OnlyFans.
Yes.
So why
So
do the
why
OnlyFans? I don't get
Because I want to still supplement that income and be able to reach all my goals plus like have a lifestyle. So I use it just for extra money, like all investing, like all travel, all goals, like anything I want to do with my man, anytime I want to visit my parents, like I don't fuck around.
it. Wait, so you visit
Hustler.
Yeah, that's why I went to
Oh,
Miami.
yeah.
What the fuck?
you
Like,
visit your family with OnlyFans money?
yes,
What do you do on OnlyFans?
I do it all on OnlyFans.
Oh man. Why- So your dad's around?
Yeah.
And you came from an upper middle class white home with the picket fence and a golden retriever, and you OnlyFans?
Yep.
Popping that pussy.
When did you decide to do that?
Yeah, no, hold on, Chico. They're very mature. That's her choice that she made. She's very mature, bro. Come on, relax.
It was a mature decision.
I know.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Controversial take. This is why I think men need to be the breadwinners and women shouldn't work, because
Right.
they make really bad decisions like that. No offense. If your boyfriend, right? Like you guys been together for like 2 years, there's no reason you should be working. Like if it's a serious relationship, like he should just be taking care of you and you just
Unless you want to.
Yeah.
sit at
I
home
mean-
and don't do anything. Like you should be chilling or helping him with what he has going on. This is why I'm such a big proponent
I did do
of women
that.
staying at home and not working, because when they do work, a lot of the times, and with all due respect,
Wait.
a lot of women just tend to be lazy.
You
And they
did
don't
do
want
what?
to do. They don't want to do certain jobs.
What did you say?
So
I did help him make money. I actually hired him, and he worked for me when we were first
there we
dating.
go.
So
There we
you're
go.
recreating that household
And then-
with your relationship.
there we go. She's the boss,
Again,
bro.
yeah.
She's the boss.
Yeah, she's
There
the
you go.
boss.
Yeah, and this is
He
proof.
is now the breadwinner of our household.
Your mom. You see, this is why like you need to have the men in charge, because when women are in charge, you end up being a prostitute on the side. Like at least commit
I
full
mean,
time.
sleeping with people in person is being a prostitute and getting paid for it. I don't sleep with people in
paid to-
person.
Well, you sell your body for money.
Yeah, it's the same thing. You
Online.
No, it's not.
What do you sell?
You're
It's
getting
not,
paid
girl.
to-
It's not the same. Fucking someone in
for
person.
money
You're 20,
is
girl. You're
prost-
20. You
Well,
couldn't even
fucking
vote the
somebody-
last campaign.
So
Like
what do you
fucking
sell?
somebody for money.
fucking somebody for
What you call
money
fucking
in
somebody for
person,
money?
honey. Fucking
That's
somebody
what
in
she-
money for
okay.
person is not the same thing as being online.
You're still selling
You're
pussy,
still
right?
in coochie.
Honey, yes, but
Okay,
that's
so
not the
it's the
same
same
thing as fucking someone in person.
She's agreeing with you, but you're not understanding it. The whole point is that
No,
you're
I'm not.
selling your body. No, you're making a good point.
Okay.
You're selling your body for money on the side.
Do you think it's something that would
Yes.
affect you in the long run? Like, do you think it'd be something that
Like,
you'd
do you
regret
think-
when you turn like 35?
So I've definitely like worked jobs where it did affect me. Like it affected my job status. Like I lost a condo. Like I lost a house. Like I've experienced like what
Wow.
it's like being on the other side of it and realizing like okay, like what
On what
what
grounds
is
did
it
they not
worth
give you
to
a condo?
me?
That's weird. On what grounds they didn't give you a condo?
That's crazy.
Because I lost the job, so I didn't get the loan. So if you don't have a job, if you don't have like a W-2, you can't get the loan.
They're being sexist against you. That's not cool.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
that.
Okay, because you lost the job because of OnlyFans,
Yeah.
and then as a result, okay.
Someone's wife saw my Instagram, got very jealous, and then after getting a raise, the next day I got let go.
So it was the woman's fault because she was emotionally manipulated by
was
your
her fault.
selling your sex.
Yes, it was her
See,
fault.
or would you describe your boyfriend and your dad as like masculine people?
My boyfriend and my dad. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to group my boyfriend and my dad together, but I would describe them as masculine people.
Have they ever expressed shame?
Yeah.
So why
But
did
I
you stop?
think that's normal to have shame come from your parents, not from just doing sex work, just from being a human and fucking up and disappointing them. I think shame can come in a lot of different ways.
Right, but when you shame your parents, usually you're supposed to try to stop those actions. If you're giving shame in your home, why don't you stop?
I mean, it's my life. It's not like shame on my household, like some fucking weird ass shit. Like my parents are still gonna live, they're still gonna make money. Like it's their decision to let me back into their life and like be in my life as well. Like they expressed that no, they weren't okay with me like doing this in their house, but they never told me like I'm disappointed in you.
Let me
Like,
guess, did
you
you-
should feel bad about yourself.
Did
Like
your
it's
dad-
not about that.
Did your father vote for Joe Biden?
He did.
I knew it. See, this is exactly the liberal ideology is
This is
emotionally
exactly-
She's from
manipulated.
Denver. She's from Denver.
I know, but that's like
She's from
50%.
Denver.
It's still pretty close in Colorado.
Denver's pretty woke, man.
Yeah, but they're white people. It's still
They're woke.
Colorado-
Yeah.
white people in
voted.
middle America is still voting for Joe Biden. This is proof. Like, if you vote for Joe Biden, your daughter's going to go on the
Denver's
left.
pretty liberal, man.
Can I
Your
ask a
daughter will
question to
sell her
switch
body.
the topic real quick?
Yes.
Sure.
Excuse me. So I heard earlier you said men don't really want an independent woman. They don't care about her status, the type of money she makes. So what do men want if they don't want a hustler?
Well, okay,
Very
so
good question.
what I'm saying, so when I say this, right, girls immediately think it's like the opposite. Like, so you just want some dumb bitch. No.
Yeah.
What I am saying is that your accolades and your title and your success from a financial standpoint doesn't really matter to men that much. I mean, if I'm going to give you an equivalent, let's say you were the guy that was a really snappy dresser. You always wore, Dior and expensive Gucci sneakers and shit like that. Would it really matter that much to you?
I think it's kind of ugly. It's
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
even better. Even better. Would it be fair to say that that's a feminine trait to put that much, stake in your appearance and designer clothing as a man?
Yikes! And putting effort into your appearance.
I don't understand.
I don't think that's.
I don't think like
I mean,
like
look at
high
his
fashion. Like
jewelry.
high
I'm talking about high
like,
fashion
you
and
gotta
stuff
look
like
good.
that.
I feel like you gotta know how to dress.
Yeah, but I'm saying taking it to the next level. Like I only wear designer. I'm a little bougie, etc. What would you say to that?
materialistic.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So it's you find it unattractive. You just admitted a second ago.
No, but in women, I want to dress like that.
Okay,
I
you're-
don't want to have as much.
okay,
Yeah,
money.
so that's what
look,
he's
look,
asking you.
I'm
Like,
going-
is it more
Okay.
valuable to men
I'm
or
going
to
somewhere
women?
with this. The
Okay.
reason why I asked you that question was to give you a functional equivalent. So like you not giving a shit if a guy wears, designer and is dripped out all the time, that's how men feel about women's careers. It doesn't matter to us. Just like me wearing high-end fashion and being a metrosexual might be like, dude, you're kind of acting like a fucking girl here. That's how we feel about women that make money and are successful. We're like, dude, you're acting like a fucking dude here.
Oh, okay.
Does it make sense now?
Yeah, 100%.
There you go. So that's the equivalent. So again, it doesn't mean that you're going to lose dates. I'm just saying men
Some
don't
men
really care
prefer
about
like
it.
a more feminine woman, right? Like,
Yeah, we absolutely
All
do.
men do.
We all
Yeah.
do.
It's the balance.
We all
Yeah.
do. Well, some guys might lie and say, I want a girl that has her own and shit, but that's a bunch of propaganda. It's not true. Like, typically what I found is the men that are the most masculine, guys that got their shit together, guys that want to be providers, guys that want to take care of a girl, which is what women want, by the way, those
True.
men don't like women that are masculine. They want a woman that's hyper feminine. So that's kind of what I've realized is what it is. And hyper feminine women want hyper masculine men. It's just opposites attract. So like very hyper masculine women, what ends up happening a lot of times is they might fuck a masculine guy, but it's very difficult for them to keep a masculine guy because the attitude and they're constantly clashing. Like you don't want to date yourself
Yeah.
as a dude.
And to be fair, nowadays it's hard to find a masculine man in today's society.
They voted for Joe Biden.
Exactly. That's
Or they're
true.
vaxxed or something.
Yeah, they're vaxxed.
I have no disrespect, but I just want to point out, like, when girls hear that, like, wait, they don't care about my career, they just want a dumb girl. I think a lot of women, and maybe it's the capitalist world we live in, we equate intelligence with career. You can be an intelligent woman and not have to invest all of your time and energy into your job. There's ways to exercise that. You could stay at home, you could read books, you can have like good conversations, you can volunteer, do charity. Everything else you do can be that could show your intelligence. I personally don't want a dumb girl to just do nothing all day. I want her to have things to do. I want her to say, I don't want her to always want my attention. When you have a girl who has nothing going on and you just want a second of silence, and then she like puts her leg on your leg and she's like, come here. That's the most annoying thing of all time. I want her to be active, just not with the career.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But, like,
another thing,
very
too,
educated.
A lot of educated women are retards too. If I'm going to be all the way honest, because I'll tell you why. Women typically major in useless degrees.
Tough.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go to school for fashion, so I don't want to
There
hear
you go.
shit.
That-
I don't
that's
want
a
to hear
very-
shit. I don't want to hear shit.
At least you understand it's a useless degree.
No, I understand though. That's
Right.
why I'm just saying it. Like, you know. it is
Yeah,
what
like
it
women
is.
typically major in like useless degrees. So like, and the thing is that a lot of these like degrees are just, you know, it's typically like some type of liberal studies or some kind. So it's just like, it doesn't exercise critical thinking skills. Then you go to college where it's an indoctrination camp. They're teaching you a bunch of woke culture, a bunch of bullshit. So it's like, I've met so many girls that have master's degrees but are absolute retards and can't like think critically outside the box. So
Right.
I don't know.
It's
It is
tough
what it
I
is.
feel like education and like knowledge or intelligence are two different things.
Very.
They are.
But they did a good job of making it feel
Making
like
it seem like your education is what you need, but it's really
defines
not.
your intelligence.
Yeah,
Go to
it
school, get a
doesn't.
degree. You're gonna be
Yeah,
smart.
you're gonna be smart. No, you're gonna
No.
be smart in
All right,
that field. When you
so-
get out on the street, you don't know, not the street like that,
We
but
have
in the
Chester
real
Reed,
world.
but
Okay.
before then, happy birthday to Icy.
Happy birthday.
Icy, how old are you, Icy? Icy, how old are you? No, tell the camera.
A woman never says her age. A lady never says her age.
We all know she's a.
What's up?
29, bro.
There you go.
29? Damn.
Oh,
Damn.
I can't imagine seeing her at like 20.
Yo, did y'all put donuts in there with the candles? That's ghetto as hell.
Changed my way of walking, man. So,
Creative.
Yeah, they put donuts with the candles in it.
That's a Miami cake.
That's some hood shit.
Miami.
Blow the candle out.
Fresh and Fit,
Fresh and Fit
they got
podcast.
Fresh and Fit fucking donuts. Oh shit, look at that.
Wait, you should already eat one?
Damn, no.
And they kick you out?
I've never been a fan of donuts.
Yeah,
I've always hated pastries.
Aren't you a cop?
Fresh is all good? Fresh. Hold on, Fresh. That joke was good, though.
Yeah.
That was a fire joke, though, bro.
Thank you,
I
man.
thought you were a cop.
See, I see those fancy donuts and I'm like, wait, who paid for that shit?
Yo, niggas be like, chilling with the donuts like this.
I'm gonna see a bill. Okay, all right.